The shortage of referees and umpires continues nationwide, but as Andrew McClung finds out in this week's The Good Stuff, there's no place Matt Richardson would rather be than behind home plate.
When Matt Richardson sets up behind home plate, he considers it a privilege to umpire.
It's the closest you can be in the game without actually playing it, so that's why I like it. Instead of just watching, you actually involved in the games.
He's shortstop number 4, Matt Richardson.
Big Stone Gap resident grew up playing America's pastime in West Virginia.
I played it for my whole life until I went in the military.
It was during his time in the Iraq War that things took a major turn for him.
I was an infantryman in 4th ID, and we got shot in Solder City. It was a gunshot wound. Went through top of my collarbone, down through both lungs, and hit, I think it's T1, T2. Yep. So, then I had to get medevaced out of Iraq.
The incident paralyzing him from the waist down.
They sent me to Tampa, and I got on a wheelchair rugby team with a bunch of guys that were paralyzed also. So it's a full contact wheelchair sport. We all got to being around guys like that. It wasn't really that hard of a transition once you got around like-minded folk.
Leading him to get back into baseball after seeing a shortage on umpires around the country. But even then, it wasn't easy for Matt at first.
There's been a couple guys that have told me no. They think I'm going to get hurt or something. But, no, I just kind of just show up. There for a while, I was just showing up and being like, go on the field, kind of forcing my way into it. And then everybody found out I was pretty good at it, so they kind of stuck around.
He began umpiring just Little League games. But now that has turned into umpiring high school softball and baseball games.
It's a lot of fun, and you might get yelled at a little bit. Doesn't really bother me.
Every association is down. And like he said, he wanted to come and umpire, and we was great. I mean, we're great to have people like that. And he gets involved in the game. You know, he talks with the kids and gets out of the way when there's something play going on. He gets out of the way, and he's right there. And
what started as a way to give back has given Richardson a second home behind the plate.
I'm going to stick around for as long as I can.
With the Good Stuff in Southwest Virginia, I'm Andrew McClung.
A Hawkins County little girl is using her love of drawing to give back to her four-legged friends.
In this week's The Good Stuff, Andrew McClung introduces us to Addie Grissom.
7-year-old Addie Grissom has always had a passion for drawing.
Ever since she was little, we would sit and color at the table.
I like to color all the time, and then I got into drawing, and then I've been drawing and coloring ever since.
Her favorite things to draw? Animals.
They're lovable, caring. When you're sad, they cheer you up.
Addie will sometimes go visit the homeless pets at the Hawkins County Humane Society with her Sunday school teacher, Tammy Bright.
Well, Addie has a very big heart.
Tammy said after a couple visits, Addie decided she wanted to help the shelter raise money for the dogs and cats.
And I said I could help auction stuff off.
So Addie put color to paper, making thank you cards to sell, with all the proceeds going back to the Humane Society for needed supplies.
She has worked for many hours to make sure she got all these drawings done, get the colors the way she liked them. She starts over if it isn't perfect for her. She's got to have it just so.
New cards that I made.
So far in her short time selling cards, Addie has raised almost $1,000.
She is an amazing artist, and she loves animals. So we're very, very grateful for her to come in here and do that.
Don't take the whole thing.
Addie says she's just getting started with her drawing, and she has bigger plans for her future.
I'm writing a book right now. It's about 2 dogs that started with a bad life, then moved on to a good life.
Something Addie hopes she can continue to help make happen with each drawing. With the Good Stuff in Hawkins County, I'm Andrew McClung.
And if you want to meet Addie, she will be having a meet and greet to sell her cards this Saturday at the Hawkins County Humane Society from 3 to 4. If you'd like to purchase cards, you can contact the Hawkins County Humane Society. There's a new food truck in our region that is serving up frozen treats. In this week's The Good Stuff, News 5's Andrew McClung learns that the truck is serving up much more than sweet treats.
In Southwest Virginia and Northeast Tennessee this summer, if you find the purple bus, you're in for a sweet surprise.
Say, baby, come.
Ice cream's fantastic. And look at these nachos. You can even dip.
One scoop of vanilla.
The ice cream comes from Gavin's Frozen Treats.
We took a chance, and here we are.
Gavin Frazier dishes out the ice cream.
Always sharp boats.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
His mom, Kim, scoops. And his sister, Molly, runs the register.
My first part to he next to me, give it kids, and take pictures to us.
Gavin has always wanted to work, but his mom says where Gavin has Down syndrome, there was always a safety issue of him working a full-time job.
To have to be able to say you can't do it, for a while was really tough.
So this past year, Kim brainstormed and remembered what Gavin would say during his siblings' travel tournaments.
So we would go get Gavin an ice cream, and he would just want to hang out after he got his ice cream. He wouldn't want to leave. He would want to stand there and watch the kids come through line, and he would say, I want to give kids ice cream. I want to give kids ice cream.
One scoop banana pudding, Gav.
And when a bus popped up for sale, Kim scooped up the opportunity to help Gavin have his own ice cream truck.
Your truck good?
And finally finding something that we can do together and that he enjoys and that he loves doing, it just blesses my heart more than you could ever imagine.
Well, we were the kids and gave him the ice creams, and always some ice creams, and then he good and have fun doing the water stuff.
The truck has everything you could imagine, from hand-dipped flavors to toppings and floats.
So I know my kiddos and my husband are quite thrilled with the taste of their treats on this hot summer day.
But there's one thing you won't find on the menu that each customer gets.
Cone. Cone.
And that's Gavin's love with each treat.
And he really enjoys just doing the whole, being face-to-face with people and getting to know everybody. He calls everybody that he meets, once he meets you, you are officially his people.
Anybody who meets him knows that he's someone you'll never forget. He's special, and he loves everybody just as much as they love him. So it's great to be able to see people we don't even know interacting with Gavin and loving Gavin.
And Gavin is sure of that.
He loved me so much.
So if you see the purple bus in your hometown, stop by for a scoop of ice cream and leave with a sweet treat and a new friend for a lifetime.
Go down with the cop.
With the good stuff in Southwest Virginia, I'm Andrew McClung.
And if you'd like to check out the ice cream truck, it will be at the Harley-Davidson in Johnson City on Saturday from noon until 4. A Northeast Tennessee 11-year-old is now ranked as one of the best Pokemon players in the world. In this week's The Good Stuff, Fox 39's Andrew McClung finds out what started as a hobby turned into something much bigger for Luke Landry.
Sullivan County 11-year-old Luke Landry has a passion for Pokemon.
There's just so much thinking and strategy and math, which is right up my alley because I love just the thinking part of it.
Luke found out about Pokemon from a friend 3 years ago.
Oh, this is kind of cool because he gave me some cards and I got really hooked on it. I never expected 16 cards to turn into thousands upon thousands.
Those packs of cards now fill the Landry's dining room. With the growing collection, Luke decided to switch from collecting to playing Pokemon, a card game of strategy.
It's just insanely fun.
With his dad, Scott, even joining in on the fun.
It's just an exciting thing to be a part of and something to share with your son.
I have round one pairings currently here.
The two started going to cardboard shuffle in Kingsport, where Luke started taking part in competitions, training with Joseph Hubert.
We sat down with him. He picked it up immediately, and within his first couple weeks, he was already sitting at top tables, getting top fours. It just picked up and grasped the game immediately.
The local wins turned into regional wins.
There's definitely a lot of dedication involved. Like, I play 2 to 3 hours a day.
Just a few weeks ago at a tournament, Luke got some big news. He had got enough points to be invited to the Junior World Pokemon competition in Hawaii.
We celebrated. I was up till like 1 a.m. My dad bought like 3 different desserts, which with the entire thing on the menu. We went swimming. It was a lot of fun.
I'm getting choked up now, but it was the same then as it was now. It's a really, really special moment.
And while Luke may be young, his goal for the game is big. To be the very best.
That's the dream.
With the good stuff in Sullivan County, I'm Andrew McClung.
A little boy in Southwest Virginia is on a mission to collect police and fire patches from all of his heroes. Our Andrew McClung shows us how local agencies and those from even outside of our region are stepping up to help with that mission. Here's this week's The Good Stuff.
At just 6 years old, Jace Grosclose has a pretty good idea on what he wants to be when he's older.
Yonder West.
Yes, sir.
A U.S. Marshal, a firefighter, police, and a Texas Ranger.
His mom, Sarah, says he dresses as a police officer almost every day.
He just loves anything police. That's what he asks for all the time.
At his birthday party recently, he got a surprise from Bristol, Virginia Sheriff Tyrone Foster, who gave Jace a patch from the office.
Ever since then, he's just asked me, you know, he carried it around and he wanted for me to sew it on something of his. And I said, well, no, we're going to put it up. That's special. You know, not everybody has a patch.
Here's the state trooper one.
That one patch has since turned into around 50 from local agencies and those around the United States and world.
This is my first favorite, and this is my second favorite.
We've had quite a bit. Honestly, he got more than what I thought he would. It's been like a really good response so far.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Which has even included some surprise visits, including one from the Bluff City Police Department.
An inspiration. I mean, it's something that you don't see every day. And just whenever I give him the patch, he opened the door, and just to see the smile on his face, to see us show up, it was amazing.
And even fire stations have got involved, like the Washington County, Virginia Fire Department.
It means the world. I mean, anything we can do to help the community, kids, look up and find a career they want to do and just make it special for them. I mean,
Jace's ultimate goal now is to get a patch from every department in the United States.
I'm hoping that I hope we break 100 at least.
Whenever I can grow up, I can see what country I'm gonna work out, and I can just put it on my shirt.
With the good stuff in Bristol, Virginia, I'm Andrew McClung.